Read it like this. Okay, cool. That's better. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna go live right now or not. Why did I take a picture? I didn't wasn't trying to do that. Um, but yeah, just got the news from my guy Henny the Business. Damn, I look a little tired. Instagram story that Logic Pro and Final Cut Pro are coming to iPad, which is really a seemingly momentous day. It means that Apple is, I guess, back to like taking this piece of equipment that they have more seriously for serious creators and musicians out there. So I'm really excited and curious about how all this is going to play out. I wanted to do this live stream just to talk about it and also make some music. I've been spending a lot more time lately. Let's move this over a little bit with my OPZ, making sure my audio is coming in. And yeah, been making some interesting stuff and just back to taking things a little bit more lightly and creative and just having fun with with making music and paying a little less attention to the content creation perspective and more to just what is fun and interesting for me musically. And the OPZ has always been that for me, and I just haven't really spent a lot of time with it lately. So I'm excited to be doing so. But with regards to Final Cut, I mean, I'm gonna actually look at like the prices for this just to kind of understand this a little bit better. But it looks like for Logic Pro from the website here, it looks like it is $4.99 per month or $49 annually. I know no one out there probably likes you know, the recurring pay model type thing. I know I certainly don't, or I'm a little bit hesitant about it, but I think $50 a year is more than reasonable. And I was curious about and just someone, if you guys don't mind, let me know in the chat. I just want to make sure I have chat enabled here, as I haven't seen any chats come through. Maybe that means no one's chatted yet, but I just want to make sure that I have chat, indeed do have it enabled. So just drop me a chat in there so I can see it if you guys don't mind. But I'm curious about just kind of looking at this. Like, this is a big deal. This is exciting. You know, it's what a lot of people I think were waiting for, myself included, to be able to do professional type music and content creation on their iPads. I wanted to look at what you need for, it says which iPad do I need to use Logic Pro for iPad. So it says you can install on for iPad on any iPad with the A12 Bionic chip or later and iPad OS 16.4 or later. I don't even remember what chip I have. I have the M1 chip. So I think that is later than the A12 Bionic, I guess. I don't know. Let me know. How much does it cost? You can activate a 1 month free trial for installing Logic Pro. So there you go, $50 or $5 a month. Now I'm curious also about Final Cut. I wonder if it's the same exact Final Cut. Yeah, same price model. So let's take a look. It probably is, I would assume. 4.99 and then $49 annually. So yeah, I wonder what this is gonna mean for, like the other apps out there for video editing and for music production and this type of flow, like Cubasis and LumaFusion and things like that. Um, I'm probably still going to be rocking with LumaFusion myself, to be quite honest, from the video editing perspective, just because I know it so well, and they've been holding me down here on the channel for since I become a content creator. But I think this is good. I think this just means that companies are gonna have to just continue to innovate and step up and stuff. So this is cool. This is like good news for sure. I think for iOS and iPad community. So yeah. That being said, I'm monitoring chat a little bit. I also want to just get started with listening to and making some music on here. So let's go ahead and do that. So I made this last night, and I don't know if you guys, can relate to this or not. And then I actually got to go in a few, even though I just started the live stream. But um, yeah, sometimes you make music at night and you don't know how it's going to sound in the morning. You're like, oh, like I actually forgot this morning. I had such a crazy morning and just kind of moving around really fast. I actually forgot for a moment that I made this last night. But then as I set up this live stream and just hit the play button just to see if, check my audio levels and stuff, I was like, yo, this sounds like familiar and nostalgic. And I was like, I just made this last night. Like, that's awesome. And it's sounding cool and interesting. So I want to re listen to it and even kind of use this TX6 mixer a bit here to modify it, if you will. And yeah, just kind of explore a little bit more. So. Yo, Modfather. Indeed, my friend. Yeah, it's so I'm assuming you're talking about obviously what the title is for this video. I'm just curious to know what people's thoughts are. $50 a year for flagship professional grade audio production and video editing. Are you getting both? Are you doing the yearly? How are you feeling? What are your thoughts with it? Dude, I'm I'm in a I just love this OPZ so much, man. Um, yeah, it just the stuff you're able to like. I wouldn't be able to make this this what I just created on here so quickly. I should add with any other way. It's such a different way of making music, but it just listen to this for one whole bar. Just listen to this for me for a minute here. It just sounds. I'm gonna turn Duck on for a second here. Yeah, it just sounds magical, and I don't know. It's this is not even like my best thing that I've created by far. Not even close in my opinion. But it's cool to be able to make something back on this piece of equipment that I haven't touched in a while, and just kind of get back into the flow. So yeah, I wanted to share that. But you said Logic. Yeah, yeah, same here, same here. I think you know what it is. There's so many different ways of making music, whether you're talking hardware or software, and it can get overwhelming, especially in the iPad space when you think about it, right? Because things are so accessible, and you can get $4 and $3 and $5 apps pretty easily. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely rock with like the year membership just to just to see what that feels like, right? I'm literally in a cafe right now, and just to I guess the way that I'm thinking of it, right, is let's see. So in order to there's a lot of different thoughts I have here. In order to really put something like this to good use, I'm thinking like having it be my center repository for like songs that I'm taking serious and wanting to flesh out further. So sorry for the shaking. So what I mean specifically is, okay, listen to like what I have here. So I may have something like this created on the Z, and this is gonna, without something like Logic, this would remain a OPZ project. I probably wouldn't like export this anywhere else or do anything else with it. But now for like my second project, and again, sorry for the shaking. Oh, is it because this is like all the way on the edge? Maybe. For whatever my second project LP ends up being, I definitely want to integrate some linear production and mixing and mastering type things with it. So what I mean specifically with that is, rather than having something like this be repetitive, I would want to play some keys over a lot of my productions. And right now, piano, which is my main instrument of choice, that is like in one area of what I do, and then like production like this is in a kind of another area. So I would want to like hear something like this and be like, all right, this is cool to like throw some. again, Tyler the Creator, massive influence. Like throw some chords over a specific part, and kind of look at a piece linearly, like I do with my video editing, but I don't do historically with music. And I think having something like my iPad and this flagship app allow me to do that is very exciting. You know, $50 a year, you either think it's worth it or not, depending on, you know, your budget and what you plan on doing with it. But you know, it's not, it's 1 year worth, right? So you try it out and you kind of determine whether or not it's worth it ultimately. But it is a big day. It is huge news. It is like I said earlier, really just interesting. Really interesting that it's finally here. I think it's been rumored for quite a while. I mean, I literally have my iPad right here, monitoring chat and whatnot on here. But yeah, let me know in the chat. Let me know what else y'all are thinking, how you plan on using it, which of the two, if either, you're thinking about getting. And let's get back to the music a little bit here. Shaking a lot for my liking. Maybe next time it's fine. Yeah, I'll probably want to get a better table situation, but it's all good for now. Sorry. All right, let's take this duck ducking off, I guess. Okay. So let's see. I like that a lot. I like the vibe here. It just sounds so interesting. All right, so let me find this other track that I was working on here real quick. So let's see if I can find this. So I brought that over. Let me see where this might be. Let's see. Uh-huh. All right, I'm not sure what this other one is, but let's listen to this for a second. All right, we got a question from Uko Ekpenyong. If you already have Logic on Mac, would you have to get the subscription too? Would you have to get the subscription too? Good question. I'm gonna say I don't know the answer to that, but I'm almost positive that you would need to get the subscription too. I can't imagine a scenario where you pay what is it, 200 I think for the Mac, one-time purchase on there, and then you get automatic access to it. I can't even imagine that, because if that was the case, then they probably would have some indication. They probably would have an option for people to move this outside a little bit, to just purchase it outright for the iPad as well, which they certainly don't have. They're looking, at that subscription model, which a lot of places, a lot of people want to, showcase. That's not the right word I was looking for, but they know from a business perspective that that just makes a lot of sense. Zion Guy Supreme says Ableton on iPad. When? Well, my friend, that already exists, believe it or not. Um, Ableton Note does. Now, whether or not Ableton Note means that eventually regular Ableton or regular version of Ableton will come to iOS, I haven't the faintest. Um, would I like that? Probably, because that's been the DAW that I've used, most extensively. But you have to wonder whether or not, Logic would be a more stable and just overall better experience on the iPad since it's the same company. I don't know the answer to that question, but I think Note is pretty cool for what it is. I want to spend some time with it, soon. But just a good day overall, right? I mean, this is something that if Ableton ever were to come out, now they're like, all right, well, we can't just come out with anything. We need it to be a certain standard. And the apps that are already available, maybe this is an opportunity for them to really step up. But then again, this is a different category, right? Someone paying $5 for a koala sampler versus one time, I should add, versus a $50, yearly thing might be a different audience type for depending on which of the two you're looking at. But I think I need to get ready to go because I'm getting kind of weak right now. I haven't had lunch yet, and I have a student in just about an hour. So yeah, link with me on Instagram or on my Discord. Find me, I guess, through the About section here on YouTube if this is where you're at. Hopefully, eventually, YouTube makes it a little easier to have a, I don't know, deeper connection with people, maybe a way to DM people or something like that right through the app. But until then, you guys know where to find me. Appreciate you joining. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified next time I go live, which will be hopefully soonish. This was just a short one just to say that I'm excited about what's happening on iOS, and definitely a big deal. So thanks for joining. Let me go get some healthy food. I want to try to do better, eating a little healthier, because I've been really struggling with that lately, even though I probably don't look it, but I, put on some weight and just definitely not feeling the healthiest for the past couple of years. But today was a good start, even though I feel tired now, but I did get up and go to the gym, which was a good start to the week. Today's kind of my Monday. I had off yesterday. But yeah, keep being creative, and hope you guys have a great rest of the day. What the heck was this? And I'll see you guys later. All right, take care. Peace.